What's up, world? Your boy J Dub, aka Laid Back Trucker, if you follow me on Twitch. But we was working on our truck over the weekend. It needed a starter, and we put a starter on, but the shop did not put the starter on correctly. And so I started getting a bunch of error codes on the dash for LVD, which is low voltage device or detection, right? So this is the low voltage device box right here. It's inside my battery box, and this fuse right here is a 150 amp fuse. This kept popping, and when this pops, you're getting too much power, getting too much shock of a power, because it's not properly ground, or you got cables that's not connected. Now both of these cables coming off of here, right here, are positive cables, which is, that's the one right here. It hooks here, and the other one hooks there into the battery, okay? And it comes in from the starter, and then my other power cable that comes in goes there, or it can go anywhere. And then you got your little connector cables, each one for each battery. All right, now on the positive side, you only gonna have two of these, because those other two cables, all right, serve as two or one. But anyway, so I kept getting that kept popping. That's the third fuse we had to put in it. And these wires right here are for my inverter. Now I unplugged the inverter, okay? So what happened was, I had took a load over to Hobbs, New Mexico, and my batteries was good after not my batteries, but my starter was changed out. Took a load to Hobbs, New Mexico, and when I got to Hobbs, New Mexico, my truck said my batteries was getting low or dim or whatever, or the alternator wasn't charging, one of the two, right? So usually when you get that code on your dash for LVD, is usually because you have bad batteries, right? So I changed the batteries out. That's why we went and got all new batteries, okay? As y'all can see right here, all new batteries. Got 4 of them on this truck. Now the person, the truck that you saw behind me, that's not my truck. That's who's next to me. I got this little meter tester right here from Harbor Freight. That was $8 instead of paying $25 or $26 Amazon or somewhere else, Walmart. Then I got this test light right here, all right? So that was $3. No big deal. So I needed that. You're gonna need this test light right here to test that LVD box. And I'll try to show you, but I don't think I can, because I'm holding the camera and talking at the same time. But we'll see. So you just hook this part right here to your negative. It's not very many videos on this type of stuff, so I thought I'll make a video right quick about it, so maybe it can help somebody. Like the Lord says, you suffer sometimes so that you can be a blessing to others, which a lot of us don't want to suffer. Just being real, we don't want to suffer. Nobody wants to suffer. We always don't want to suffer. But anyway, you will hook this here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to show you this. Sorry, y'all. Trying to show y'all this. So it's there. Now this light, this thing is gonna light up. Watch. When I touch over here, you see that? I'm touching. See that? That's good current right there. So that's good. And then you gotta test this side too. You see that? The light comes on too. So test here and test here. So we got good. It's good current. That fuse is good back there. So that's your basically like your master fuse or switch, if you want to call it, for the truck. If that is bad, the truck will not start. So you would have to change that. And it have a cover over it like that, and then you might have a second cover over it. So this will go on first, and then this will go on after that. Covers the whole thing. Okay, so we went and bought batteries because of the LVD light came on. Usually your batteries are bad when that comes on. So then, right, so I went and bought an alternator. Well, this is an electrical part, so you can't take it back. So I put it on. You got to take this belt off, and then you take these 4 bolts off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this right here is your negative, and then this is your positive. That's all I have on mine. Y'all might have something that hook into these 3 right here, but on my truck you don't have that. So I'm like, okay, so when that LVD light come on, it can only be batteries or your alternator. Okay, so check this out. Put the new start alternator on, and it still was doing that. Had new batteries. So I was like, maybe the alternator is bad, because I smelled the alternator, it smelled burnt. So I was like, forget that, I'm taking this back. So they had to do a warranty exchange, right? And so if this one was bad, then guess what? I can't bring it back. All right. Some people can rebuild these for a couple $100, I was told. But anyway, so we got this will be the second alternator. When the mechanic hooked up the starter, that will be the second starter, because when he put the first starter on that was brand new, he said that it didn't work, which that's the starter right there. Okay, that's your starter. Well, the reason why it didn't work, the Big Bang Theory I'm about to finish telling y'all, is because he left a positive cable off, because this truck has 2 positive cables that's supposed to go on here. And then he also, if you can see my finger pointing over here, trying to show y'all on camera, that's negative cables. Well, he left a negative cable off, and there's 3 negative cables for this truck. So that's why this truck was acting the way it was, like it wasn't charging the batteries, because one of the cables that he left off, the positive cable right here, was coming from the alternator, which the alternator charges your batteries, okay, when your engine is running. And then this one over here was a negative cable that came from the alternator as well. And so when you have those cables not connected to the starter, then you have other cables that come off the starter, which go into your battery box, which I just showed y'all, to your batteries. Okay, and thus you have power, with your batteries and all that. And that box back there, the LVD box, is to protect you or tell you, hey, your batteries are getting low, or something with your charging system, which will be your alternator, is not charging your batteries. So you need to get one or the other checked out before you're stranded on the side of the road. That's what that is for. Okay, so now that we got all that together, your boy gonna be talking to that mechanic shop about why I spent $500+ for the batteries, and then the alternator was walk-in price $800 something, but they marked it down to $531 for me. So we did that, and then we bought those fuses. Them 150 amp fuses were $5 and maybe 25 cents a piece. I bought 3 of them. So I've been messing with this truck. Today is Sunday morning, almost Sunday afternoon, and I've been messing with this truck since Friday. Yeah, I'm tired, bro. But I wanted to make this video so people would know what's going on and those reasons why. It's not a lot of, you know, footage out there about that, this sort of thing. And just from the little bit of this and that I found out about the subject, is how I was blessed by God to be able to figure this out on my own and, you know, get it together so that we could get back to work. You know what I'm saying? If your wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning no money, man. So I just pray that helped y'all. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, I'm out here at the yard where I park my truck, man, and like, tell you, man, ain't nobody out here to really help you like that. It's a bunch of guys here, or some guys here, that would help you. But man, if you don't have, you know, some help or whatnot, and then even then they're not mechanics, so you know, you gotta kind of figure this out on your own, especially when you got your own truck. Or maybe for y'all who drive for people, you know what I'm saying, and you're wondering why your truck ain't starting, here you are. So I pray this helped y'all. This your boy J-Dub, aka Laidback Trucker 7. If you gonna follow me on Twitch, I'll have some more live streams of me playing American Truck Simulator, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna talk about God and some various other different events. But until then, y'all, pray this helped you. Peace. So moral of this story is, double check, you know, the mechanics work, because a lot of this, if all of this could have been avoided, if I was able to spot those two cables that were left unconnected to the starter right here, because the cables were tucked up in those cables over there, and one of them was the positive, and then the negative was tucked up into those cables, excuse me, down there. So it kind of made it really hard to see. But you know what I'm saying, if I hadn't my wife hadn't ran across that video about that 150 amp fuse, then we would have never figured out that it was probably cables or connection issues with the starter or the ground of the truck. Cycle. The battery's hooked up. Go ahead, try it. Woohoo! That's it, folks.